Let's take a look at the top 11 most expensive footballers in the world and rate their 18-19 seasons. 11, Virgil van Dijk, 10 out of 10. Yeah, it's going to take a lot to top Virgil van Dijk in this list. Christ above, what a season he's had. I remember when Liverpool chucked £75 million at Southampton for him in January 2018, I thought the club had chucked all common sense in the bin. Yes, they needed a defender, but paying £75 million for a lad who'd been playing against Hibernian and Partick Thistle not 3 years earlier, lunacy. And surely they're only doing it because the club had developed some sort of fetish for Southampton players. Next they'll be chucking £40 million at Maya Yoshida. No, Van Dijk has been phenomenal. He's won the PFA Player of the Year award, lifted the Champions League, and has been part of a defence that only conceded 22 league goals. And to think it only feels like 20 minutes ago people were telling Jurgen Klopp he couldn't organise a damn defence. 10, Romelu Lukaku, 6 out of 10. Never forget that Romelu Lukaku cost Manchester United £75 million. Look, I rate Romelu Lukaku, and I think he gets quite a hard time. His goals to games ratio for a 26-year-old is phenomenal. He scored the same number of Premier League goals as Ian Wright, a man who was once Arsenal's club record goal scorer. So saying the Belgian is about as dangerous as Leon Best on acid is stupid to say the least. Poor season though. Bar purple patch in April, he never got going, spending most of the second half of the season on the bench. 12 league goals, 15 in 45 games. That is pitiful. Factor in the fact that he played most games looking like his breakfast that consisted of ice cream and egg yolks. It's been pretty damn dreadful. 9, Gonzalo Higuain, 5 out of 10. Well, this hasn't been a good season for Gonzalo Higuain, but of course it wasn't going to be. He spent half of it at Stamford Bridge. Everyone knows that's the graveyard for centre forwards. The Argentine hitman who once cost Juventus £75.3 million and will be forever remembered for shitting his pants at a World Cup final and just generally looking like he's devoured a family of kittens. Scored 8 in 22 games on loan at AC Milan before Christmas, before winding up with Chelsea to bang home 5 in 18, and just generally look about as disinterested as a Mormon at a strip club. 8, Gareth Bale, 5 out of 10. Oh, it is just not looking good for the most expensive players in the world right now. This should have been Gareth Bale's season. He just scored 2 in a Champions League final, including an insane bicycle kick that has just been buried beneath the real star of that show, a certain German giving a blow-by-blow guide of how to ruin your life. Bale probably thanked the gods when Zinedine Zidane, the man who benched him for the most important game in club football, left Real Madrid in June. He probably had to be talked down off a ledge when he realised the Frenchman was coming back. The Welsh wizard has spent most of the season largely frozen out on the bench and has just scored 8 league goals in 29 games. The same sort of numbers he was putting up in a team with Alan Hutton at right back. 7th, Cristiano Ronaldo, 9 out of 10. Cristiano Ronaldo makes this list for his transfer from Real Madrid to Juventus last summer. Did the Spaniards think they were being clever cashing in on him because of his age? Because I can assure you, it wasn't clever in the slightest. It was possibly the stupidest thing they could have done. Take 50 guaranteed goals out of a team, and of course they'll struggle. Even at the age of 34, the man's just scored 28 goals, including a hat-trick against Atletico Madrid, won Serie A and the Player of the Year award. But of course he did, winning is just what this man does. 6th, Eden Hazard, 9 out of 10. And now on to Eden Hazard, the man who's probably going to replace Bale. Signed by Real Madrid for an initial £89 million, he joins an elite list of players who now make Cristiano Ronaldo's insane world record fee look small by comparison. To be fair, that was 10 years ago. Back in the days when Declan Rice was still f***ing Irish. Wait, never mind 10 years ago. Rice was kissing the badge up until about 6 months ago. Anyway, despite Chelsea's struggles, Hazard has actually had a great season, scoring a personal best 21 goals, including 2 in the Europa League final. That is how you leave a club with dignity. Not cowering in your shower or refusing to come to work unless they sell you. Yes, Thibaut, we're all looking right at you. 5th, Paul Pogba, 6 out of 10. How this man was named in the PFA Team of the Year, I have no idea. Sure, if you want someone who'll score 10 penalties and hide in the toilets when the going gets tough, Pogba is your man. This fella's a World Cup winner now. He should have been taking the season by the scruff of the neck. Nah, instead there was sulking, laziness, getting his manager sacked, using a penalty technique that looked like a constipated penguin, and just generally looking like he couldn't be bothered for most of the season. Real Madrid and Juventus supposedly want him. Are they insane? 4th, Ousmane Dembele, 5 out of 10. You know what, I was going to give this fella a decent score, but no. Because of that inexcusable last minute miss against Liverpool, which would have put Barcelona 4-0 up, honest to Christ, my nephew would have scored that and he doesn't even exist, I'm giving Ousmane Dembele a 5 out of 10. It was just pure laziness, and you'd think a man worth £97 million could stick such an easy chance in the back of the net, as well as reportedly turning up late for a training session ahead of a cup final. Not the European Cup final, as I've said, Dembele made sure of that himself. Other than that, he scored 14 goals in 42 games as Barca won the league. 3rd, Philippe Coutinho, 4 out of 10. This really hasn't been a good year for the expensive players. I wonder if Philippe Coutinho regrets leaving Liverpool. My money would be on yes, considering that he's been marginalised, criticised and ostracised, scored 5 league goals all season and crashed out of the Champions League at Anfield. He's been made the scapegoat of Barca, but he hasn't been good at all. 2nd, Kylian Mbappe, 10 out of 10. I credit Kylian Mbappe for the year he's had. Imagine scoring in a World Cup final and winning the thing before you're even out of your teens. You've essentially completed football about 4 years after your voice is broken. How do you still have the motivation to pick yourself up and go again? Ask Mbappe, clearly too good for the French league. He scored 39 goals in 43 games, cruising to another league title. These are Messi and Ronaldo numbers, and he's 20 years old. When Ronaldo was 20, he looked like an escaped boy band member who'd grown accustomed to falling every 6.5 minutes. Mbappe is going to be scary. 1st, Neymar, 7 out of 10. then. For £200 million Neymar, it's been disappointing. He left Barca because he was being overshadowed. Looks like it's happening in Paris too. To be fair, injuries have restricted him to just 17 league games, and when fit he's been doing the business, scoring 16 goals, proving that yes, he is another man far too good for this league. He needs new hamstrings though, and probably a good lawyer.